Hi everyone and welcome to Library Science. We have started to browse through our course website as your first assignment. Some of the things that I wanted to specifically address that you guys may or may not have put on your comments are the norms and expectations. Some of you mentioned in your comments that the library science class rules are different than the actual library rules, and that's an astute observation. Yes, there are some overlap, but it's important that when students come into the library, that they sign in at the front counter, and that they are using their inside voice, so not talking loudly. I don't mind when students are having fun and engaging one another, but we also want to be respectful of everybody around. Some students are studying, some students prefer to read, etc. So we just want to be mindful of that. And then no food, gum, or drink in the library. And this is mostly just because of ants and rodents and the mess that a lot of that creates. For you guys, if you do want to eat, I do not mind it, but please make sure you do it behind the counter or in the side room so it doesn't seem like you are breaking the rules as well. Here in the guidelines for success, this is our acronym that we are going to strive for this school year. GRIT, reflection, organization, work ethic, thoughtfulness, and humanity, this acronym of growth. A lot of the class is about learning about yourself, learning new tools, and expanding how you not only view the library, but how the library fits into the school and how you fit into this world of information that we live in. In the class activities, these are some of the expectations that I expect of you when you are working in the library. I want to specifically point out the collaboration piece. Some questions came up about working in teams. Your team is a reference to the students in your period, but you will also need to collaborate with other teams, and because you're all spread out across different periods, the easiest way to do that is through Google Classroom and using Google Docs and sharing documents and collaborating that way. The beauty of it is you can do it at your own time because you don't physically have to meet with our schedules. With some of you have band practice, some of you are involved in sports, some of you are involved in drama, etc. It's hard to get everyone in one place at one time. The other thing that I want to point out is with the research, book reviews, and information literacy piece, this is still an academic course. It's more mellow, as I've mentioned, but we still need to make sure that we are not stealing other people's work, that we are analyzing and evaluating the sources that we use, that we're citing sources, and that we also are putting our work out there in a professional manner. And speaking of this, I want to address in your comments, I noticed that many of you did not capitalize properly, punctuate properly. Although this is a digital experience, you still need to, if you look here at the course discussion, communication, and creation, you still need to use proper grammar and academic language. This is an academic course and you're having a discussion via a classroom that is structured online, and so you really do need to reflect that. It's very important to you for you to start thinking about yourself not just as an information user, but as an information producer. And when you publish and you put your work out there, no matter whether it's on text or whatever, you should really present yourself. Your language does matter. One student said to me before, well, what does it matter if everybody understands what I'm saying? And the difference truly is a recognition of academics, of recognizing that you are in school and that you are learning, and this is an academic setting. So I'm going to stress that. And you will be docked points if I do not see those proper language conventions. Here are the class procedures. We've been kind of getting into this habit of entering the library, saying hello, putting our things down, checking the agenda. Your attendance is super important, especially once classes come in. Know that your assignments, I've mentioned before that all assignments are due on their due date. If it is after the due date, it is 50% off your grade. So there's really no excuse to turn in items late, especially since you have access to Google Classroom, you have it all on your phone. So even if you are absent, I do still expect you to turn your work in on time unless you and I have a previous conversation explaining why you can't submit your stuff on time. And then, also at the end of class, make sure that we say goodbye, kind of acknowledgement. I can't do this all the time, especially as things get going. The classes come in and we get busy, so we may or may not always say goodbye, but make sure you tidy up and leave the library looking fabulous. So I just wanted to touch on those things. The contract is here for those of you who still have yet to turn it in. I will be discussing more in detail the book reviews and the passion project and the tech tools. Right now we're just getting our feet wet and learning the lay of the land. And so far so good. I really appreciate you guys all being in the class, and I hope that this year in library science is a wonderful one for you. All right, take care.